All right, peace, love, and light. This is just going to be another tarot vlog. I keep channeling that something comes when we least expect it. And something about the Lover's card as well. But I also just got that there's a message from Yahweh about something coming when we least expect it. And I feel that that something coming when I least expect it is a tower moment. I'm also hinting that it's going to be a job, like when I least expect the job to come in, when I least expect the application space to open up. That's when it's going to open up and pop up. When I'm no longer looking for it is when it's going to come in. So that's the energy that I'm feeling, but I'm feeling that it's more so about a tower moment, and it has something else to do in our lives. I'm landing on the number 3 here, so this is mastery, especially with this 9 of Cups here. This is mastery of a descending piece. Yeah, this is mastery of a descending piece. This is mastery of letting things fall down and letting things crumble. This is mastery of letting tower moments happen and occur. What is the message from Yahweh? We got the Queen of Swords here, the painter. This is the creator of life. This is someone that makes life. I'm feeling strangely to read this card, so we're going to read it real quickly. I opened up, oh no, Queen of Swords. Sorry, not Queen of Cups. So I opened right to it. It says, in a certain verse here, drifting like a cloud, she has no concern for the petty problems of earth. Utterly impractical, the queen's imagination floats free and takes her to places others would never dream of. Untouched by fire, she is graceful and calm and cannot be easily stirred by the ideals of others. Without fire's fortitude and drive, however, she can sometimes be overly sensitive to emotional currents, switching from the caring empathy of water to the cold inaccessibility of air in a moment. It's something about water here and flowing like water. It's something about flowing like water or being like water. And being like water is always taking a flow or a consistency sorry, that is in match to the environment around you. This is taking some type of flow or consistency that is in match to the environment around you, that allows you to be contained by that environment. This is, for example, I'm feeling an example too of like just matching your environment and meeting it where it's at. And it's very important that you match your environment. And it's still something about existing inside of this tower moment that it's either you do this or you do that. It's one or the other. It's never both. It's no gray area. It's one or the other. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. And this energy is very intense, and it's coming from Satan. It's coming from the devil. And it's in order to push down your happiness about the blessings that are coming in. So there is a gray area inside of this tower moment. And the gray area is you, and you're debating upon whether you're going to do it or not. The gray area is whether or not, the gray area is the contemplation period that you exist in before you take some type of actions. If you don't have a contemplation period, it is ordained by the devil. But if you have a contemplation period, it is ordained by God. This Queen of Swords is making decisions inside of your life. Decisions that create certain paths for you. This tower moment is not particularly a tower, but it's more so a crossroads is what I'm feeling. A crossroads that has you, yeah, especially with that. This tower moment is more so a crossroads that'll have me picking a certain path of life for what it is that I want to obtain. So I have to be very sure that I pick the right path for me. So usually when this happens, I ask God to lead me into the path that I need to pick that is the best for me. Amen. Because I'm feeling to go down a certain road, but I feel like it's cyclical for me to go down that road again. And I don't like to create my life because I know I create a mess out of it. This rock star card, the Knight of Wands. This is about movement. Living the fast life. But I feel that this is in some type of sped up version of moderation, where it even still has a flow. And I'm feeling like this is pertaining to pertaining to the crossroads of the situation that I need to pick. And then I'm feeling led to go ahead and pull more cards here. Prince of Wands in the reverse, the journalist. We got the Devil card, the Rock Star, which is the Knight of Wands, and the Death card here. We got the Prince of Wands. This is someone who internally knows their actions and what it is that they need to do, but they typically take the bad route. This is exactly why I prayed, because the route that I feel led to take, the route that I feel led to go down will lead me down a cyclical pattern. It'll lead me to my end and my destruction, and it leads me to the fast life. It leads me out of the effortless life that God is placing me into, and places me inside of the devil's world. It places me inside of having my environment and circumstances create me rather than me create myself or God create myself. It also ends the flow of life that I am partaking in. It'll bring some type of physical pain as well, such as exhaustion and fatigue, because my environment will create me to be a certain particular person and version of myself. I'm feeling one more card here. Well, two more, really. You got the Knight of Disc with the Three of Swords in the reverse. The gourmet chef with sorrow in the reverse. This is a cleansing of blood. This is a cleansing of the body that happens through in a blood, like a transfusion. Like, for example, this is like going through dialysis. In dialysis, they do a complete transfusion where they remove all the blood from your body and place new blood inside of it. This is that energy here with the gourmet chef, except for this is a particular type of blood that is inside of you. And with this blood that is inside of you, comes a revitalized energy and a fresh new feeling of self. That's what normally particularly comes with it. But with it being the gourmet chef here, it's a particular design. I feel that this brand new blood inside of you will have you going through a behavioral change that is more positive inside of life. These are the effects of the tower moment that is the crossroads. You can choose it yourself and go down the wrong way, or you can choose God's way, which is his design and his ascension, in his ascending way for you. You got death in the hangman. This is some type of ascension that is an activation of unused DNA. Because your DNA holds your behavioral instincts. Your DNA holds your behavior. So this is a particular design of the DNA that brings about happiness. It brings about joy. It brings about good movement, and it is truly good movement and not just opinion-based good movement. This hangman card, he's gaining enlightenment upon what good truly is based off of the energy that is coming towards him. Now, I want to channel upon what this Lover's card energy that I'm feeling is. So I'm going to pull that out for this reading as soon as I find it. But I've just been feeling that it's some type of union. With this spread that Yahweh has given me, it's some type of union with self that is happening and coming in that provides a brand new experience of life. This Lover's card, this union with self, is also another tower moment that's coming in when we least expect it. But the card that they are showing me, however, is the Four of Wands in this particular deck that I'm seeing as the Lover's card here. So this is representative of a beginning inside of love and a union, a permanent union with self. But this Four of Wands card this is new behavior. This is the permanent union of new behavior. I will be behaving differently. I will be becoming a brand new person. And it's all based off of this tower moment where I'm going to read the rest of this Queen of Swords card. Or is it, is the question. Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Prince, Princess. They don't have a King of Swords in this deck. That's weird. Do they have any kings in this deck? This whole entire time, there has been no kings in this deck. That's so weird to me. Knight, Queen, Prince, and Princess. And then you move on into this. Oh, okay. So there exists a certain idealized vision of what it means to be an artist. An artist is supposed to be self-confident and driven by a font of pure inspiration from within. Having no concern for the allure of fortune and fame, the artist is driven only by the work. The Queen of Swords is very much this breed of artist. She creates because she must, and it matters little to her whether her work is ever seen by another soul. The only reward she seeks is the act of creation herself. This is doing something for yourself. No matter what the cost is, because you have this drive inside of you to do this for yourself, to make this decision for yourself, to be, this is speaking upon my path of becoming more virtuous in nature and becoming a more virtuous version of myself. The path that I am taking, which is my angel path, or in the words of our Holy Father Yahweh, my angel path of life, that I'm deciding to take. I'm doing it because I want to do it. I'm doing it because this is just something inside of me that's driving me towards this, that wants me to do this energy. It says the Queen of Swords is a keen observer and possesses a sharp creative intellect. Like all in the Court of Swords, her mind is constantly abuzz with new ideas. However, her ideas are drawn from the watery world of dreams and emotions. The queen feels as keenly as she sees, absorbing everything around her. Through her talent, she distills the world and shows it back to itself. Her art is the mirror she holds up, and in it a deeper kind of truth is reflected. This is saying that she is a person who makes based off of the environment that she has around her. She takes from her environment and creates from within. And creates from it. This is also speaking to me, saying that I need to match my dreams with the environment that happens around me. I need to match my ideas with the environment that happens around me. So, for example, if I'm prone to getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning, then I need to... This is talking about me falling into alignment with the energy and the tower moment that's coming towards me. This is me shifting my energy towards this tower moment. We already read this part, so... yeah. This is me becoming in alignment with the energy that is around me. And also becoming becoming an angel and existing on my angel path. I have to mix and merge this energy together. I have to still remember to be an angel in the life that is coming towards me. I have to still remember to be myself. Well, the angel self that I am becoming. because the version of myself that I feel is currently what is in my dreams and fantasies is the version of me that I am right now, which is why God always shows me this blank space. In which I feel that that is the moments where I'm going to see the physical aspects of what He is creating my life to be. I'm going to see the physical aspects of how He is creating myself to be as well. But this is me, sorry. This is me falling into alignment with God's plan and God's will and creating from His way, which enables this journalist card to turn into its upright. And with this journalist card turning, this enables me to pick the right path as long as I'm doing it in God's will and in God's way. And then it makes the ascension that I go through with the DNA activation even more brighter and even more luminous, which means that I will begin to shine as well. People will begin to notice me more. People will begin to listen to what I say more. And it is because I am the representation of what it is that they need inside of their life. So they listen to my advice because they need the help that I have and am able to give out. Not taking that card. So let's see, the Lovers with the Four of Wands, with this mix of my crossroads of God guiding me down the right path and activating inside of me a DNA ascension. This permanizes my ability to choose to be more of the 7 heavenly virtues, to be more angelic. This is a union with my good self and my good energy. It's coming in and it's happening as well. Mostly because I am quitting smoking. So that is what is providing it to happen. That is what is activating it to happen in other areas of my life, which is why it's very important that I stay on this path of not smoking, because it enables me to look inside of other areas inside of my life and see how I want to be good or how I need to be better or even more good inside of those areas of my life. It is presenting charity to happen inside of my life, all from me not smoking anymore. So this is me just becoming an even more good person, especially confirmed by the Hermit card that popped out. This is me becoming an even more good person based off of I'm also in alignment as well, based off of the good decisions that I make. What else? We got the 3 of disc in the reverse. I feel that this is in the reverse because it hasn't happened yet. But in its reverse, it is a dismantling of something that is happening right now, which is a dismantling of my old self in my old life that is coming through the form of me no longer partaking inside of the world, which is the drinking, the smoking, the clubbing, the fornication, the worldly music and secular music type thing, me no longer existing inside of the world, and me no longer feeding my inner child things that are of the world is what's being dismantled inside of my life. And what's going to be built up within the next 2 days is some type of supportive, functioning nature. I'm going to become more supportive of people. It's like with me quitting smoking, which is the final thing that opens the doorway to addiction and negative behavior inside of my life. With me quitting that, it allows me to express the goodness that I am even more. It allows me to be more helpful towards other people and more beneficial towards other people. So it's very important that I stay on my path of not smoking anymore, because it opens up good doorways for me. It has me opening up good doorways for other people as well. It allows charity to enter into my life. You got the Hermit and the 8 of Swords. This is a message from the devil, but I'm feeling led to take it for some reason. This is meditation and gaining enlightenment inside of its upright. Meditation upon truths. I'm the only one that meditates in the way that I meditate. And God wanted me to take this message for me to see that my uniqueness proves that when things in life tell me that I am the only one, I truly am the only one that is doing things like this. But this is meditation upon truths. And not experiencing the truths, but learning and gaining wisdom from the truths. This is, I will be taking up a hermitage to learn to gain wisdom through meditating and learning the truth of certain situations. That's when the clarity of what is the 7 heavenly virtues will come through to me. It'll stop this questioning energy that I have, and it ends a conversation of what it is not for me. And then we have the King of Discs. It also enables me to know how to move off of it. This King of Discs right now, he has the 7 heavenly virtues within him, and he operates with them unbeknownst to self, but he doesn't operate in them because he doesn't know how, nor does he know what the 7 heavenly virtues is, but he still he still does those things. This activates some type of beginning of a celebration here. This activates some type of beginning of a celebration here. This is the beginning of a party. So this is more of those qualities and traits coming into my life, which activate a celebratory form, which is this Four of Wands here. I'm forgetting I'm still existing in my Tower moment, so they're kind of tricking me. Which is union to my good self. So more qualities and traits I will be coming into union with. And these are specific qualities and traits that are specifically designed for me. There's also this energy of some type of partner or person trying to come in. Now that I'm looking at these cards here. And I'm also seeing some type of debate happening. I feel that I may go through another spiritual attack from the demon that stalks me. Which will cause some type of debate. Some type of problematic energy here. Now that I'm looking at this in the form of love. I got the Five of Discs in the reverse. Coming out with the Star, Eight of Cups, and the Fool card. I'm feeling one more card and then I'm done here. Five of Discs in the reverse is what? This is gaining things instead of losing them. Being given physical things such as gifts. This is extra money. This is the energy of being well taken care of. This energy is going to move into this energy of God taking care of me and being well taken care of is going to move into the beginning of me having my job as well. Especially confirmed here by the Star card. I'm going to have to make the smart decision to walk away and leave behind this energy here of me getting up and having my day be focused upon my work. I'm going to have to bring in some type of, thank you. I'm going to have to bring in some type of work-life balance in order for me to, I'm going to have to bring in some type of work-life balance in order for me to still operate on in Heaven's Garden. There's something that's going to be needed in order for this operation to occur, this balance operation to occur. I'm feeling like I'm going to have to pour out my past life and focus on this life, but I know that there is some type of balance that is possible to be obtained. So I'm asking my Heavenly Father to enlighten me upon this balance that is needed to be obtained in order for me to still have both operating at the same time, because the job that I'm going to pick is the morning shift, and I'm also feeling that it's okay for me to talk about stuff now. All right, last card. And with it being the morning shift, it's going to be from 7:30 to 6. And with it being the morning shift, it's going to be hard for me to work. What flew out? The Queen of Discs. Yeah, it's going to be definitely hard for me to work inside of this energy. We got the Princess of Swords in the reverse, the Queen of Swords, and the Justice card in the reverse. This Queen of Discs is searching for the one. She hasn't found the one yet, but she she doesn't know what to do in order for that one to come. She has many different ways that this one can happen for her. She has many different ways that this one can be right. I mean, this action or whatever it is that she needs can be right, but she doesn't know which one is the best, or at least the ones that she have are not best fitting for what it is that she's trying to do. Yeah, and she just needs to know which one is best for her. And the answer received is the answer to my prayer that I just prayed, especially with the Eight of Wands confirming this at the right behind it, is that I need to operate within the standpoint of what is going to have me stern and unmoving about the energy that I need, and also what is the most effortless for me to obtain. So, for example, there are a lot of things that I need to do in the beginning of my day in order for me to, or throughout my day, in order for me to still have my advertisement things going on and things of that nature. So I'm going to I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. I know which one is right for me. I know which one is right for me. She feels that she has to be unfair, and she feels that she must cut some things off. But that's in the energy of her working too hard and working too much. The right answer and the right way to be for this energy, for what is coming in, for the life that is coming into us, is to is to operate in what is the most fitting for the environment that I will produce. For example, what time will I get up and how much time will I have before work in order for me to operate on my business? And then how much time do I have after work? How much time do I have during work to work on my business and operate with my business? It's things of that nature. I just have to find the flow that is most fitting for me. All right, that's all I have in my tarot vlog. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all of that information is in the description below. If you want to see more tarot from me, please join me in the garden over on Patreon or check me out on Instagram. Peace, love, and light, and as always, be great.